Yesterday, a follower sent me a message in tears. She said, "I thought my home was draining me, but once I discovered the ninth sign, everything changed." And now I want to ask you, have you ever felt like your home embraces you or quietly consumes you? There's something in your home, hidden, that money can't buy. But if you ignore it, it can disappear. Forever. Most people live on energetically blessed ground. They just don't know it. So they move and end up leaving behind the greatest blessing they ever had, without even realizing it. A plant that blooms without care, a breeze that enters and feels like it cleans your soul, running water that sounds like it's whispering a secret. These are signs, and there are 9. If you notice just 2, your home already vibrates prosperity. But if the final sign appears, then you're not just living there. You're being nourished, guided, protected. But these signs aren't eternal. They shift over time, and sometimes they vanish, taking with them everything they were attracting. Today I'm going to show you each one of these invisible codes, and at the end, you'll learn the simple ritual that activates the energetic heartbeat of your home. Take a deep breath. The journey starts now. Tell me in the comments. Does your home support you or drain you? Thousands of families have spent years battling debt, bad luck, closed doors, without ever understanding why. They changed jobs, cities, partners, but nothing truly flowed. What they didn't know is that sometimes the problem isn't outside. It's inside the house. Spaces where vital energy, chi, flows freely, attract blessings effortlessly. But where it stagnates, life gets stuck. It's invisible, but you feel it. The air becomes heavy, days repeat themselves, dreams refuse to move forward. Today, you're going to discover the 9 hidden signs that reveal whether your home is aligned with prosperity. But pay attention, if your home reveals even 2 of these signs, you've already been blessed. Now, if the last sign is present, your address sits on a point of fortune that very few places in the world possess. Some masters call it a knot of abundance, others, an active portal. But the name doesn't matter. The effect does. Life that flows, money that comes, relationships that align. And this isn't blind mysticism. It's real energy, observable, tangible, transformative. You're about to look at your home with completely new eyes. And let me warn you, when the 3rd sign is revealed, you won't want to stop, because you'll realize your home has been speaking to you all along. In the next part, the first sacred sign, the one that blooms even when everything else feels stuck, and the small doorway ritual that can unlock the flow of blessings. Sign 1, plants that bloom. On their own. Have you ever noticed a plant that insists on living, even when everything says it shouldn't? It's there, maybe in a forgotten corner of the porch, or in an old pot you barely touch. No sunlight, no fertilizer. Yet it grows, blooms, survives. This is not an ordinary plant. It's a living sign. In the subtle world of energy, when a plant flourishes with almost no effort, it's responding to the home's vibrational field. It means that the chi, the vital energy moving through your home, isn't meeting resistance. It flows, it breathes, and where chi breathes, abundance finds room to enter. It's as if your home were saying, "Here, life has permission to grow." This isn't about having a greenhouse full of flowers. It's about those unexpected manifestations. A leaf pushing through a crack in the wall, a branch blooming out of season, or that old pot you thought was completely dry, suddenly waking up with a new bud. That's not chance. It's a quiet message from the universe, a gift only a few know how to read. And there's more. Some plants are especially sensitive to this invisible field. Rosemary, for example, is one of the herbs that reacts the most to the spiritual atmosphere of a place. If you plant rosemary by your front door and it grows strong, fragrant, with firm leaves, that's more than just a good sign. It's an energetic confirmation. But if it starts to wither, it may be time to rethink the flow of energy inside your home. ventilation, clutter, even habitual thought patterns, all of it matters. Practical mini ritual. Take a small clay pot, plant fresh basil or rosemary in it. Place it near your front door, on the right side as you walk in. For 7 days, each time you pass by it, quietly say, "Let life grow here. Let good enter and stay." The plant will absorb the intention, and the environment will begin to shift. You may notice the air feels different. Days feel lighter. Your mind begins to slow down. This is real. You've activated a flow point. Now that you've seen the first sign, you need to understand something important. The next sign isn't seen with the eyes first, it's felt. It touches the walls of your home like a silent secret descending from the sky. Sign 2. Natural light that touches the walls. There is a kind of light that doesn't just illuminate, it wakes things up. It enters without asking, slips through the glass quietly, and glides along the walls like an invisible caress. It's the morning light, the sun in its purest form. And when it reaches the corners of your home, it brings more than warmth. It activates the inner fire of the home. Yes, fire. In traditional Feng Shui, natural sunlight is one of the strongest expressions of the fire element, the force that moves, transforms, and manifests. If your home receives abundant, direct sunlight, especially in the early hours, that is a clear vibrational sign. The spirit of prosperity is waking up with you. And it's not just about open windows. It's about how the light moves through your rooms. If it enters and spreads softly across surfaces without being blocked by heavy furniture, broken mirrors, or dark walls, then your home is saying, "Energy flows here. The sacred fire has space to dance." But pay attention. If the curtains are always closed, if furniture blocks the windows, if darkness becomes a constant presence, then the fire dims. And with it, initiative, courage, and creative drive sink into the shadows. Practical mini ritual. Tomorrow morning, wake up with the sun. Before saying a word, before checking your phone, go straight to the main window of your home. Open everything. Let the light enter slowly. Light a white candle on a clean dish near the entrance. Then say, "May this light awaken what is best within this home. May I see it, feel it, and bring it into being." Close your eyes. Breathe. Feel the warmth of the sun brushing your skin, even if it's just for a second. That moment isn't small. It's a key. You've just aligned your home with the solar cycle, and when you honor the sun, it starts honoring you back. Homes filled with living light aren't just beautiful, they're alive. And now that the fire has been awakened, get ready. Because the next sign comes from water. And water doesn't just move, it speaks. You'll hear it before you realize you're hearing it. And once you notice it, you'll never want to ignore it again. Sign 3. Clean, flowing, silent water. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. The subtle sound of running water. Not a burst pipe, not an annoying drip, but a steady, clean, soft flow, as if your home were whispering in a liquid voice. If your home carries that sound, or if the water inside it moves lightly and purely, that's a sacred sign. Water is the element of life's flow. It doesn't fight. It doesn't force. It doesn't demand. It simply passes. And wherever it passes, it makes room. Energetically, the way water behaves in your home reveals how prosperity is moving in your life. Faucets that run smoothly, drains that don't clog, bathrooms that breathe, clean, fresh, unblocked. That's more than hygiene. That's vibrational alignment. If the water flows clean and silent, fortune tends to do the same. But if it stalls, leaks, clogs, or gets murky, there's a deeper imbalance. Something in your life is also backed up, forcing its way through and draining your energy. And you feel it, in the way money comes and goes, in projects that just won't move, in emotional cycles that keep repeating. Practical mini ritual. Take a small glass container, A cup or a bowl works. Fill it with mineral or filtered water. Drop in 3 golden coins, new ones or freshly cleaned if possible. Place this container in the far left corner of your home, as close to the entrance as possible, the position aligned with abundance in many energetic traditions. For 3 mornings, as soon as you wake up, go to it and say, "May flow return to this home. May whatever is stuck begin to move again." On the 4th day, pour the water away in running water. A sink with the faucet open works. Clean the coins. Keep them. This tiny act clears not only the water but also the symbolic current of the home. It's simple, but the universe responds to intention with surgical precision. You may notice that days later, overdue bills resolve. Tension softens. Opportunities reappear. Where there is clean water, there is clean luck. If you've made it this far, you need to know something. You already have 3 signs, but the next one can't be seen. It moves in the air, before you even realize it's there. And when it blows through, even the curtains answer. Sign 4. The air that moves. Curtains on its own. Have you ever felt a breeze slip into the room out of nowhere, touching the space as if someone had opened a doorway to another dimension? The curtain lifts without warning. A current of air drifts through the rooms even when no window is fully open. The atmosphere shifts. It's as if the house is breathing with you. This isn't just a breeze. On the most subtle energetic level, natural airflow inside a home signals a direct connection with the outside world. It's as if the home is saying, "I'm not shut away from life. I'm alive with it." When fresh air enters, circulates, and exits freely, it renews everything that's been stuck. It clears old thoughts. It dissolves silent family tension. It carries out the old and makes room for the new. Homes where the air stays heavy, trapped, unmoving, are more than uncomfortable. They're places where ideas don't flow, where energy loops in circles, and where good fortune little by little grows tired. A clear sign of healthy flow. You're sitting in silence, and the curtain sways on its own. You walk in the door and feel the air greet you. Even without AC, there's a natural freshness. And yes, that is a magical sign. Practical mini ritual. On a clear, calm morning, prepare a small, natural incense stick, rosemary, sage, or Palo Santo. Open every window in your home, light the incense, and walk slowly from room to room in silence. As you enter each space, say, "May this air carry away everything that no longer serves. May only what lifts me higher remain." Do this with full awareness. Feel the path the air takes. Notice the places where the breeze pauses. Those are the same spots where the energy gets trapped. Then close your eyes, just for a moment, and take a deep breath in. You've just activated one of your home's most powerful channels, the air of renewal. Homes where the air moves in are homes where life moves. And if the air is already responding to the energy of your home, get ready. Because the next sign comes from the living world, the part of nature that watches you and decides whether to come closer. Sign 5, nature approaching. Have you ever seen a butterfly land on your window frame and stay there, completely still, as if it trusted the space? Or noticed a small line of ants walking calmly across your front step, almost like they're following an old familiar path? Or maybe a moth, a bee, or a little bird shows up near your home again and again, unafraid. These small encounters aren't random. When animals approach your home without being forced, it means the energetic field around your house is in harmony with the natural world. They sense what you can't. They perceive what's hidden. And if they choose to come, it's because your home is radiating life. In the subtle world, animals are seen as the purest messengers of universal energy. They don't judge. They don't question. They don't overthink. They simply follow the flow. And the flow leads them exactly where the energy is balanced. When a bee appears out of nowhere, it's abundance vibrating. When a butterfly drifts through your living room, it's transformation announcing itself. And when a bird lands on your sill, the blessing arrives before the words do. But remember, we're not talking about infestation. We're talking about voluntary visitation. There is a huge energetic difference between a pest that invades and a creature that recognizes your space. Practical mini ritual. Choose a spot outside your home, maybe your porch, a windowsill, or even your front entryway. Place a small bowl of clean water there. Next to it, set a fresh natural flower, picked with intention. What you're creating is a living altar. For 7 days, change the water daily. And each time you do, say, "If nature visits me, it's because I'm ready to receive." May every life that approaches bring the blessing of balance. With time, you'll notice more visitors, a softer atmosphere, and most of all, a feeling that you're not alone. Nature gravitates toward those who vibrate with truth. And if it's already coming to your doorstep, the next sign may be even more extraordinary. Perhaps you've seen it before, but never realized what it was trying to tell you. Sign 6, rainbows and light reflections. Inside the home. Have you ever seen a rainbow appear inside your house? Not the one stretching across the sky after a storm, but that unexpected burst of color on the floor, on a wall, in some quiet corner. As if a beam of light passed through something unseen and decided to paint your space with sacred colors. When that happens, stop everything. Breathe. Observe. You've just witnessed a moment of pure spiritual elevation. In the subtle language of energy, the rainbow is the signature of perfect harmony, the moment when light, water, air, time, and space come together to create something that shouldn't exist indoors, but does. If your home displays these colorful reflections, whether from prisms, glass, crystals, or even coincidence, it's more than beautiful. It's a quiet reminder that you're living in a space where the invisible becomes visible. These reflections don't appear in just any environment. They show up in places already cleansed energetically, where emotional heaviness has dissolved, and where life force flows freely. In homes filled with tension, stagnation, or old hurts, light doesn't play. It enters flat, silent, and heavy. But in homes filled with lightness, it dances, it scatters, it creates rainbows. Practical mini ritual. Get a small faceted crystal, the kind that catches sunlight and scatters it into multicolored beams. Hang it near a window that gets direct morning light. At the first rainbow that appears, walk closer and say with intention, "May the beauty entering here reveal the unseen. May I see with new eyes what has been here all along." This simple gesture is an invitation to clarity. You're activating not just the energy of light, but your ability to perceive subtle truth, a rare spiritual skill. Homes that reveal rainbows are homes that don't hide truth. They show, they reflect, and most importantly, they signal that something new is on its way. If your home has shown you this sign, congratulations. You've reached a high vibrational stage. But now, get ready. Because the next sign isn't just visible. It connects the earth to ancient wisdom itself. And when it appears, even your ancestors feel the call. Sign 7, frogs and living water. Near the home. When night falls and the world slows down, certain sounds begin to rise. You might not notice at first, but if you live near any kind of natural space, even a small one, you've probably heard it. The soft croaking of frogs, the steady movement of running water somewhere nearby, that damp echo that whispers, "The earth is speaking." In ancient shamanic traditions, the presence of frogs near a home is never seen as simple wildlife. It's a clear sign that the land around is fertile, alive, awake. And more than that, it recognizes your home as part of the natural cycle, not as an intrusion. Homes blessed with living water, creeks, small ponds, springs, even narrow drainage streams that stay clean, and visited by frogs, toads, or tree frogs are deeply grounded places. They're spaces where the spiritual meets the physical, where abundance gains form. The frog symbolizes transformation, fertility, and constant renewal. If it sings near your home, it's announcing that your luck is shifting, that life is moving again. And the water it lives in tells its own truth, where water stays clean even outdoors. The land surrounding it is balanced. This is the kind of sign you can't buy, force, or control. It appears only when the land itself is in harmony with the space you inhabit. Practical mini ritual. On the next night you hear frogs calling, don't brush it off. Pause. Listen closely. Crack open a window. Touch the floor or the earth beneath you. And softly say, I hear you. I receive you. May the life of the earth echo within me. If you can, place a small ceramic bowl with water outside your home for 3 nights. This gesture is symbolic. You're telling nature you honor its presence and you're ready to align with it. The secret of prosperity doesn't always come from above. Sometimes, it sings quietly from the ground. If you've heard it, you've been called. And if your home has already been recognized by the earth, wait until it's recognized by something even rarer, the sound of joy. Sign 8. Laughter filling the home. There's one sound more powerful than incense, crystals, or any ritual. A sound that clears negative energy before it even enters. A sound that softens the air, heals the body, and unlocks stuck pathways. That sound is genuine laughter. The kind that bursts out unexpectedly, echoes through the rooms, and somehow makes even the floors feel lighter. If your home hears that sound often, you're already blessed. On the highest vibrational level, joy isn't an outcome. It's a sign, a direct indicator of energetic alignment. Homes that hold laughter are homes that hold emotional safety. They're places where people can be themselves, where heaviness doesn't settle into the furniture, where even the quiet feels gentle. Laughter, when it echoes, acts like an involuntary mantra. It vibrates through every direction. And when it happens naturally, without trying, without planning, without pretense, it's because the field around you is clean, active, and open to abundance. Want to know if your home is spiritually awake? Ask yourself, how many times has laughter filled your space this week? Do you catch yourself laughing alone inside it? Do children laugh there for no reason at all? Do friends walk in and start smiling before they even sit down? These are signs that joy recognizes your home as a dwelling place. And joy never arrives by itself. It brings with it lightness, flow, healing, and yes, prosperity. Practical mini ritual. Choose a room in your home that feels neutral, that space where nothing much happens, where conversations feel flat, where energy doesn't quite settle. Place something there that symbolizes joy for you. Maybe an old childhood toy, an object that always makes you laugh, or even a photo of you smiling, genuinely smiling. For 3 days, every time you enter that room, touch the object and say, "May joy return to this space. May laughter fill what was once empty." You might be surprised. Maybe a guest suddenly chooses to sit there without you suggesting it. Maybe you catch yourself wanting to tell a funny story out of nowhere. Maybe conversations in that corner start to feel lighter. When joy returns, it brings everything with it. And if your home has already shown this sign, you're closer to the final step of this journey than you think. Because there's one last mystery, the rarest, the oldest, the most powerful of all. If this final sign appears, your home isn't just blessed, it's chosen. Sign 9, birds, building a nest near your home. They could choose anywhere in the world, the tops of tall trees, the safety of mountain ledges, the thick canopy of a forest. But instead, they choose your home, your porch beam, your roof corner, your garage light fixture, your back patio post. When a bird decides to build a nest near you, something far greater than biology is at play. This isn't just nature doing its thing. It's energy, pure, ancient, instinctive energy, recognizing your space. In spiritual traditions from many cultures, the nest represents sacred trust. To a bird, it's not just shelter. It's a temple, a womb, a place of creation. And a bird will only build a nest where it feels safe enough to begin life again. If you've ever watched this happen, A small pair gathering twigs patiently, returning day after day to the same spot, protecting something you can't even see. You've witnessed one of the strongest vibrational blessings a home can receive. It means there is peace there. It means life recognizes that space as fertile, balanced, and protected. It means the natural world sees your home as a safe harbor. Ancient peoples treated this as a consecration. Celtic traditions considered it a divine mark. Even in some Native American teachings, birds nesting near a home were seen as a direct blessing from the sky. And more, the nest activates the energy of cyclical prosperity. A blessing that doesn't just arrive, it renews itself. Because the nest doesn't end when the fledglings fly away. It leaves an invisible imprint of trust. And where real trust exists, flow exists. Practical mini ritual. If you've found a nest near your home, never touch it. Simply approach with respect. Close your eyes and say quietly, "May this nest bless my home as a place of life, creation, and prosperity." If there is no nest yet, you can extend an invitation. Place a small clay bowl with sunflower seeds or millet in a safe, sheltered spot outside. Do this for 7 days. Each time repeat, "If it is time, may life come here." If a bird accepts the invitation, it isn't luck. It's a response. You've stepped into a different level now, not just aware of your home's energy, but connected to the invisible pulse that moves through every living thing. And if your home hasn't shown this sign yet, don't worry. There is a way to activate this energy, even if none of the signs have appeared so far. The final ritual is coming. Now that you know all 9 signs, you might be wondering, what if my home doesn't show any of them yet? What if I felt something, but didn't actually see anything? The answer is simple and powerful. You can activate it. You can awaken the energy of prosperity today. You don't have to wait for the universe to knock on your door. You can open the door from the inside. The ritual you're about to learn is ancient, simple, direct, and deeply effective, because it doesn't just work on your home, it works on who you are inside it. Here's what you'll need. 1 white candle, 1 container of water, a cup works fine, your 2 hands, and 2 minutes of complete silence. Step 1. Fire. Sit someplace calm. Place the lit candle in front of you on a steady surface. Watch the flame with your full presence. Then say softly, "May this fire awaken what has been asleep. May this light reveal what has been hidden." This is the moment your inner energy switches back on. Step 2. Water. Place the cup of water beside the candle. Bring your hands close to it, without touching. Close your eyes and imagine the water absorbing every bit of negativity, stagnation, and invisible weight inside your home. Say, "May this water carry away what no longer belongs here. May only what builds, heals, and prospers remain." This is the moment the blocked channels start to clear. Step 3. The hands. Now bring your palms together. Feel the warmth between them. Imagine a golden sphere of light forming between your hands, small at first, but alive. That light is your intention, your new field, your energetic signature. Visualize the sphere slowly expanding, touching the candle, the water, the walls, the ceiling, the floor, touching every corner of your home. Then say with confidence, "May this golden light transform this home into a field of continuous blessings. From this day forward, I declare, prosperity lives here." Step 4. The closing. Blow out the candle gently or use an object, never your fingers. As you do, say just 1 word, gratitude. Pour the water outside into the earth or down running water. Wash the cup and put it away. That's it. You didn't ask. You activated. And from this moment on, something has already begun moving. You've walked a path most people never dare to take. Not only did you look at your home, you listened to it. You felt what it was trying to tell you all along. And most of all, you recognized that a home isn't just a structure, it's a sacred space. Now I want to know, how many signs did you find? 1, 3, 5, or all 9? Share it in the comments, and if you're comfortable, tell a story about something you've experienced in your home. So many people will recognize themselves in your words, and your story might be the key someone else needs to understand their own home. And remember, no space is doomed. Every home can be activated, cleansed, and energized. What matters isn't how it feels today, but what you choose to do from here. If this content genuinely touched you, then you need to be here for the next ritual, because what's coming next is deeper, more direct, and it can transform not only your home, but the way you move through the world. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next episode, because once it goes live, anyone who misses it may have to wait an entire year to experience that energy again. This is your moment. Your home has already begun to respond. Now, it's your turn. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next ritual.